Gus.
Alphie.
Thought you were in Chicago.
No, still am. Except
what?
Except for times like this.
You working now?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. Mind if I join you?
Do I have a choice?
No.
Then by all means. You know, when I saw you, I thought, what are the chances?
No such thing as coincidence, Alf. Not in our line of work, anyway.
I'm assuming you were the person I was sent here to meet?
Yeah, I'm here to take care of you, but not necessarily how you're thinking.
And how am I thinking?
Then I'm here to whack you.
You're right. So if that's not the case, then what are you here to do?
Maybe whack you, maybe not.
So you're like a mystery date.
Look, it's like this. I got a gun under the table. We're gonna cool it here a while till I get a call on that phone over there. And when I do, either I squeeze a few rounds into you, or I reach in my pocket and hand you a plane ticket. Don't even try to figure it out. I've been hashing on it for a good 4 hours, and I can't get past first base. All I know is what I just told you. Strangest job I had in all my years in life, but that's the 411 in our little situation here. Gist I got is something went down a week and a half ago and it involved you. I'm here to make sure you stay put till it's all hashed out.
What if I get up and try to walk out of here?
You wouldn't make it past the door. I'd probably have to do everybody else in here, too. You don't want that kind of company when you go to sell your tap for big guy, Alf, so why don't you just stay in your fucking chair?
Let me make a call.
No calls.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
Look, what about before, the other time?
That was different.
How is that different?
Look, Alfie, you and I go way back, but history's just that. It's history. It ain't got nothing to do with right now. I mean, make no mistake, I'm working, I can do whatever the fuck I want, but it's like this. You sit there, you live. You get up, you die. That phone rings, you're still breathing if you're an honest man.
It's a little more complicated than that, Gus.
Yeah? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm not paid to think. I'm just paid to do whatever that voice tells me to do when that phone rings, and I'm paid to rub you out if you try to do anything before the phone rings. So you gonna run on me?
No.
Good. You may as well get some. Probably gonna be here a bit.
You dudes ready or what?
Get whatever you want, I'm buying.
What kind of pie you got today?
Pineapple sour cream.
And?
That's it.
That's it? Really?
Yeah.
I guess we'll have a slice of that then.
Great. Menu.
Wait a second. What other kind of pie you got?
That's it. That's all we got.
No, like apple or cherry? Maybe you got like a coconut cream or something?
Nope.
Wait a second. You're only gonna have one pie on the menu today. And out of all the pies get picked, the one you have is goddamn pineapple...
Pineapple sour cream.
Pineapple sour cream. What kind of fucking pie is that?
Dude, it's nouveau cuisine.
I don't care what country it's from. Come on. Pineapple and sour cream don't even go together.
What about cheesecake?
Look, sour cream's got no business being in a pie. It ain't natural. I mean, come on. Would you put pineapple on a baked potato?
They put pineapple in pizza.
I'm not talking about pizza. I'm talking about a baked potato.
Dude, we don't have baked potato.
Yeah, and you don't have a real fucking pie either. You know, it's the hippies that did all this. I mean, first they're taking all the meat out of the burgers and the dogs, and they're putting these unnecessary dairy products into pies.
I guess we'll just have one slice of that pie then.
Yeah, and some coffee.
Right.
And don't put a fucking pineapple in it.
Dude, you were supposed to be here an hour ago, and you're in Canada? What do you mean they won't let you out?
This must put you at an awkward situation having to watch me eat like this. You know, you really ought to get something. This isn't that bad. Besides, since you're paying the bill.
Yeah, I would, but I'm working.
You don't eat when you're working? Never?
Never.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
What's that for?
Depression.
A depressed hitman? What? Killing just isn't the fun it used to be?
It's what it is.
How's it going here?
I could use some water.
You need some water. And what do you have for appetizers?
What do you mean, like fried ravioli?
That sounds great. We'll start with that.
Yeah, and a fucking glass of water.
And my friend here will have a big glass of water.
What's with the ravioli? You just had pie.
I'm still hungry. Besides, ravioli sounds good. You know, you ought to get something.
I told you, I'm working. Besides, I'm trying to cut down on the fried stuff, you know?
You sure? Because it really isn't a problem.
Pretty generous of you considering I said I'd pick up the tab, but no thanks, I'll pass.
We'll just have the ravioli then.
You do serve that with a sauce, don't you?
It comes with, like, spaghetti sauce.
It's called marinara.
No, man, that's what comes with the cheese sticks.
Yeah, go ahead and bring us the ravioli and make sure you bring me a big glass of water.
Whatever.
Hey, what time does this place close?
It doesn't.
Spaghetti sauce. Fucking hippies.
You have Coke or Pepsi here?
Doesn't really matter. They're both just corporate conspiracies to plague the population with processed sugar through blatant commercialism.
I didn't know that. We'll have a Dr. Pepper then.
Should have had dinner before I came. Figured the call would come by now.
You ought to try one of these ravioli, Gus. They're really good.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
So, how long are you gonna have a gun pointed at my balls?
Till I get the call. Already told you that. Real question is, why do I have a gun aimed at your balls?
What, he didn't tell you?
He? You mean she, don't you? It was a broad. Kind of sexist, don't you think?
What, calling her a broad?
No, assuming it's a guy automatically.
That's not sexist, that's playing the odds. I figure most contracts taken out by people are men.
That's not necessarily so. I mean, come on.
So more than half the hits you take are given to you by women? Show me the
Half
crap.
ain't by women, but
And
I mean...
unless there's a third sex I don't know about, most would have to be men.
That was Buffalo's own Daymont here with their song 6th Street Bridge. You can catch them this week in Merlin.
Still sexist.
Go check them out.
So how does it feel?
How's what feel?
Taking an order from a woman?
Yeah, he's such a dick. Oh yeah, so get this. He just whips out a cigarette at the table and starts smoking it right there. Yo, if it was up to me, cigarettes would be illegal. Stuff's just bad for you, you know what I mean?
So, Alfie, why don't you tell me what happened a week and a half ago?
I don't feel like it.
I mean, why not? We're just sitting here anyway.
You gonna shoot me if I don't?
I can't shoot you. I thought we already covered that.
I don't feel like it right now.
Fine. Feel like that. Come on, what's the big deal? Why don't you want to tell me?
You really don't know.
I really don't know. They didn't tell me nothing.
You mean she? The woman that ordered you around didn't tell you anything. All she had to do was snap her fingers at you like a trained monkey and you just dropped everything and ran to the airport.
Look, I'll tell you one more time. A woman bosses me around.
Fine, don't be so touchy. Anyway, she wasn't lying. Something did happen 10 days ago.
And?
And I don't know why you're sitting here with a gun pointed at my Johnson, and that's all I gotta say about it.
I already told you why I'm here.
I don't trust you.
Why the hell not?
You're a criminal, Gus.
It's low, Alfie. I'm a working man.
Who kills people.
I just want to know what happened. You didn't have to resort to name calling.
You're a contract killer, Gus. Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but that qualifies as being a criminal.
Yeah? Well, guess what? I'm a criminal that's got to take a leak, so come on, get up.
What do you mean, get up?
I mean, I gotta go to the head and you gotta come with me.
I'm not coming with you.
I'm not gonna leave you here.
Why not?
You're gonna take off.
What if I promise I won't? Look, I'll pinky swear if it makes you feel any better.
Fucking coffee.
Look at, why don't we just say we never hooked up? I'll pay you double and disappear.
Can't do that.
What, you suddenly have scruples?
Hey, I always have scruples. When I take a job, I do it right.
Really? That changes in 4 years, huh?
That was different.
Look at it from this chair, and it doesn't feel all that different.
You and I are staying put. History's got nothing to do with this situation.
Not even if I pay you double and vanish. Look, you can still tell her you did the job.
Yeah, what happens if the call comes? I'm supposed to stick you on a plane.
Tell her you did that too. Anyway, no one's gonna see me again. Who's gonna know?
I will. No deal.
Not even for double the money.
Not even for triple the money.
You're not a very good businessman, are you, Gus?
Look, I got a reputation to keep up. That's more important to me than the money.
Scruples and a business ethic. No wonder why you're on medication.
Look, this ain't exactly the most comfortable situation for me either, but that's where we are. I took the job, you are the job. From what I gather, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to fear. Job pays the same no matter how it plays out, so, why don't you just relax and have a donut or something?
Waiter! Waiter!
These fucking guys.
What?
What other appetizers do you have?
Got the breaded ravioli with marinara. Then we've got like cheese sticks and nachos.
Cheese sticks sound great. Anything fried with cheese in it, bring it on.
Yeah, fine. You want more water?
Say that shit pick up FM? Because I'd hate for your entire head to go to waste.
Asshole.
That's what they're cranking out of public schools these days. Hippies are running that too. I'll tell you, if I was a taxpayer, you'd be looking at one irate fucking citizen here.
It'll be a minute.
This is really good.
Yeah, it looks really good, Alf. Like I said, I don't eat when I'm working.
That part of your new scruples and business ethic?
There's nothing new about me having scruples or ethics on the job. Those, green or red jalapenos?
Green.
Cream cheese or cheddar?
Cheddar.
Should have had dinner.
Well, hey, look, if you're just waiting for the phone to ring, having something isn't going to distract you. You might as well dig in, because it's starting to get cold.
Yeah, it's the way it is with appetizers.
What?
They get cold faster.
Faster than what?
Regular food.
Regular food? This isn't regular food?
No.
Gus, all hot food gets cold.
Yeah, I know, but appetizers get cold faster. So does breakfast.
Breakfast?
Yeah, like scrambled eggs. I mean, you take a bite nice and hot. 30 seconds later, it's like you just pulled the plate out of the fridge. Bacon and toast do the same thing.
Gus, food doesn't get cold based on its category. I'm sure there's just a little bit more science to it than that.
No. Appetizers and breakfast get cold faster. It's a fact.
You're tuned into WW Radio Buffalo, Niagara Falls. Music between rock and a hard spot.
Hey, check her out.
Oh, shit. Tell me she didn't see me.
I think she saw you.
Alphie, is that you?
Jeez, Brenda.
I thought that was you. My God. Alfonso Conti.
You look great.
Why, thank you. Takes a little bit more effort these days.
I'm sorry, yeah. Brenda, Gus,
Hi.
Brenda.
Very nice to meet you.
Same here.
So, Brenda.
So, you two know each other?
Yeah, we had, what would you call it?
An engagement.
Yeah, that's it.
So you were like,
Yes.
and I'm guessing it didn't work out.
Not exactly.
Ooh, I'm sorry, what a putz I am. I mean, I never knew about this. The whole time I've known him, he's never said a word about you.
I don't talk to Gus all that often.
I mean, I can understand why you wouldn't want people to know, a good-looking broad like this.
All right, Gus.
I'd keep a secret, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alfie was always really good at keeping secrets.
Yeah. Imagine two of you running into each other at a place like this time of night after, how long has it been anyway?
Since the day after I caught him fucking my sister.
Fucking your sister, huh? My God, that's terrible. I'm sorry about that. What an asshole you are.
Well, shit happens, and sometimes it happens in the bed that was handed down to you by your great-grandmother.
Well, hey, at least it wasn't your brother, huh?
Yeah. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's little stuff like that that keeps it all in perspective, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go. It's been,
You're listening to Buffalo, Niagara Falls' own WWOA Radio, broadcasting new music for Western New York.
Quite the Don Ho you've become, huh?
That's Don Juan, you idiot.
Dude, your shift started a half hour ago. When are you gonna get here? What do you mean next week?
You two figured out what you want yet?
I figured that call'd come by now. I can't hold it no more. You gotta get up and go to John with me right now.
I hope you're just talking about taking a piss, because if you think I'm going into a stall with you for a sit-down, you can go ahead and shoot me right now.
Come on, stand up real slow and I'll follow you.
Hey, when you get a chance, you want to get me a club on toasted whole wheat and chips?
Yeah, you want chips, fries, or slaw?
Chips.
Hey, have some of what he's having.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
I don't care where you're going, just take me. Take me. I wanna go.
God.
Come on, speed it up.
God, this is wonderful.
Look, if you just pick up the pace a little bit, my kidneys would appreciate it, okay? No. No, over there by the wall. Come on. Hands on the wall. Come on, drop your pants to the floor.
What?
Come on, just do what I say or I'll drill you. Come on. All the way, come on.
Isn't this supposed to cost you a quarter?
Hands on the wall, come on.
Ew.
What do you want?
What's going on in here, man? They wash their hands. Oh, God.
Even prayer's not enough for a time like this, Gus.
Another side of me, well, it can disappear so easily. A razor blade, a mortar stone. At least in
Yeah. And you want 2 of those, right? Fries, chips, or slaw? Hold on. Let me check. Pineapple sour cream.
You ever run into Benny?
Any Galano?
Yeah, I heard he moved to Chicago last year.
Yeah, ran into Benny once.
How's he doing?
Not too good. He's dead.
On account of running into you?
Like I said, no such thing as coincidence in our line of work.
What are you, one-stop shopping? You offer quantity discounts?
No discounts.
2-for-1 specials. No, I got it. Buy 3 hits at a regular price and get your neighbor's barking dog whacked for free. You ought to offer coupons.
You know, it's the attitude like yours that gives this business a cold-hearted rap.
I'll be sure to sign you up for the No One Appreciates Me seminar at the next Assassins Convention.
Yeah, you do that.
Buffalo, Niagara Falls' own WWOA radio, broadcasting new music for Western New York.
So, you're getting paid the same whether you let me go or kill me?
Yep.
How much you getting?
What do you mean?
For this. For me. What are you getting paid?
I'm not telling you.
Really? Because I'd like to know. I mean, good or bad, right or wrong, I've lived 42 years. And I'd like to know what dollar amount that boils down to.
Would have gotten more if I charged by the hour.
Fuck you, Gus. You know, if you're man enough to put a number on a man's life, then be man enough to look him in the eye and tell him what it is.
Life's worth different things to different people, Alf. I mean, junkie on the street would pop you for a Big Mac on a bad day.
Yeah? What does a clear-thinking man with a business ethic charge?
Not enough.
Can I get you guys anything else? Like the check?
Nah, we're fine.
I got a side bet going with the cook that you guys are gonna walk on the tab.
Don't worry, kid. We're not gonna stiff you.
Well, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Hey, before you go, could you bring me something else?
Nothing would please me more.
How about a cheeseburger and an order of onion rings?
You want more water?
You got quite the smart lip there, princess. You want maybe I should round up a stapler and add to your looks?
Shouldn't eat meat.
What do you go order more fucking food for? A guy's got a whole pad full of your shit and you're not even finishing it. You know what that's gonna cost me?
I'll pay the bill.
No, I said I'll pay and I'll pay. It's just common courtesy not to order everything under the fucking sun when somebody says they're gonna spring for the tab.
Gus, I'll pay the bill.
No, because I already said I would. I mean, wouldn't be good manners to make you pay now. Especially if we end up having to kill you.
I eat when I'm bored, that's all.
So now I'm boring?
No, you're just a bundle of excitement. I'm fascinated by the ethics of an assassin and the metaphysics of eggs and appetizers. In fact, even if you didn't have a gun pointed at my pecker, I'd probably sit and listen to your theories on life all night long.
Fine. If that's how you feel, I won't say another fucking word.
You're just mad because I can eat and you can't, even though you're hungry. You know, you can call it scruples or whatever you want, but it's just stupid. Like chewing a mouthful of food is gonna take such effort and concentration, you might forget what you're doing here.
You know, you take everything I say and you twist it around. You keep ordering food even though you know I'm hungry. You're really starting to piss me off, Alf. If that call comes, it's not good news for you. There's a whole lot of ways you can leave this life. Some of them hurt more than others. You might want to think about that. Fucking night's gonna drive my blood pressure through the roof.
The request line is now open. Call us at 555-WWOA. That's 996.
Do you know the most common blood type is type O?
No.
The rarest, type AH, has been found in less than a dozen people since the type was discovered. Less than a dozen.
Must have missed that episode of Quincy.
And did you know I just so happen to be type AH?
No shit.
So if you play the odds, I'm as good as dead if I ever need a transfusion.
So you have the deck stacked against you from the start. It's the way it is with some people.
I always looked at it from the different way. Like, maybe there was some meaning to it all, some higher purpose. I used to imagine that I would be in a hospital. For no particular reason, just be there. And I'd hear a doctor whisper to one of his nurses, "What do you mean we don't have any more AH blood left?" And right then, for that single moment, I knew what my purpose for being there was. And I'd say to him, "I'm type AH." And he'd look at me, knowing how few there are in the world, 10 maybe. He'd say to me, "Would you come with me, sir?" And I'd say, "Sure." I mean, there's no forms to fill out, no questions to answer, no morality, no right or wrong in the world. For that brief moment, there's just one single purpose. I sit down in a chair with my sleeve rolled up and do something that has effect on the life of somebody that doesn't even know what I'm doing. Only a handful of people could do that in the world, but they're just statistics. I was the one who was able to take action. You get one shot like that in life, all the rest of the pain and chaos doesn't amount to a hill of ant shit.
You know, I read a story once about a guy. Got struck by lightning, not once, not twice, 3 times. And he lived. He was in the papers, on TV, even in the Guinness Book. You know, everybody was talking about how lucky he was, how the fucking cosmos was smiling down on him. So, a couple months later, Powerball jackpot gets up to like $100 million. So he sells his house, his car, cashes in his savings, spends it all on Powerball tickets. He loses. In the end, all he is some broke guy who got struck by lightning 3 times and was stupid enough to call it lucky. And you know, if he really believed in that higher power that was supposedly smiling down on him, he would have only bought 1 ticket. You know, you can fantasize all you want, Alf, about fate and being a good person. But truth is, you and I walk in the same circle. If we didn't, your name wouldn't have been slipped under my door a week and a half ago. Special don't hardly ever mean good. I mean, if you're in that hospital bed and nobody with the right blood type happens to be in the hallway, you're fucked. There is no higher meaning to your life, Alf. You're just a thug who went to Sunday school too many times.
Those moments do exist, Gus. It's not so much about faith as it is about paying attention. I believe there is such a thing as being in the right place at the right time, and it has an impact on our lives. And I ultimately believe that good wins over evil, regardless of the circumstances.
Good always wins out, huh? You really stake yourself on that?
I bet my life on it.
I close the door, I find a chair, I sing music's on, and I try not to think about how long it's been that I've been alone. While the song is on, I'll get along.
Dude, it doesn't matter whether I rang your bell or not. You were looking right at me when I laid down my slip and placed my order for cheeseburger and rings. It was like a half hour ago, man. Now I'm gonna catch shit because I didn't ring your little bell? Dude, you have like no sense of customer service. Ridiculous.
Let us know if you need any more.
Whatever. Hey, what's with that? I thought we already talked about this.
I don't want the kid to get stiffed.
I wasn't gonna stiff the kid. I got more class than that.
Like talking about him as if he's not standing here?
It's a pretty boy. What do you recommend for a midnight pick-me-up?
A cab.
You know, if he took that shit off his face, he'd probably be a decent-looking kid. A little grumpy, though. He's probably not getting enough sleep.
Maybe you set him off earlier when you threatened to staple his mouth shut.
Oh, come on. That was just a figment of speech. God, everybody's gotten so sensitive anymore. Hippies.
Hippies. Again with the hippies.
Yeah, the hippies. Men are supposed to do one thing and women are supposed to do another. That's why there's two kinds in the world. Okay. Kid gets hurt. Mom comes by, kisses the boo-boo. Dad tells the kid to get up, shake it off. Kid needs both. It's natural. Then you got these fucking dope-smoking dipshits that come along and tell me I gotta be more like a chick to be a real man. You know, like I gotta cry at the drop of a hat, or I should go to sleep at night clutching a picture of my mother. You know, they got the natural order thing, so turn around fucking backwards. I don't know whether to grow tits or go burn down a rainforest. You try to, you know, be a real man and do what's in your blood and tells you how a real man's supposed to act, and all of a sudden everybody looks at you like you're a caveman or something.
What's wrong with trying to be a little more sensitive than a caveman?
Hey, don't knock the caveman out. Caveman got it done. Built a house out of a rock, he invented fire, learned how to hunt with a stick, and he got his ass out of the Ice Age intact. He didn't have time for all this touchy-feely crap. Your caveman, he was a real man. You know, not like these long-haired candy asses you got running everything these days. I'll tell you, you take today's sensitive man, you stick him back in the caveman's days, he's gonna starve to death waiting for his civil justice attorney to return his fucking smoke signal.
Dude, did you try an angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor? You're stupid. That's like the first thing I would have tried, man. Look, it'll clear up in the morning.
So how did it start for you?
What do you mean?
This. What we got going on here. What got you into the life?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I don't buy that. At some point you decided you were going to earn a living with a gun.
Just happened.
It's kind of hard to swallow coming from a guy who doesn't believe in fate.
When I was 15, I got a job running number money with a buddy of mine. Job was picking up these laundry sacks for this dry cleaner. Dry cleaner was, of course, just a front, but, you know, what does a dumb kid know from anything, right? I mean, $20 a stop was tall money, so you didn't think too much about why anybody needed their laundry picked up at 1 in the morning. You just showed up, made your rounds, you went home with a pocket full of green. So one night, I'm making a shortcut through an alley. This fucking guy jumps out of nowhere and holds me up with a pocket knife. I was shaking. I mean, looking back, I probably could have just outrun the bastard, but I was too scared to think straight. Besides, someone told me to, hold my ground. I mean, my job was to make sure, the laundry made it to the dry cleaners. God. I forget what it's like to be a kid. So we're going back and forth. He's telling me to give him the sack, and I tell him no. He starts screaming, I start yelling back. Then all of a sudden he swipes out and he cuts me. It's like everything stopped all of a sudden. All there was the sound of my heart. And my blood dripping on this dirty fucker's shoes. I just felt so weak. I completely lost my head. I fucking jumped to the guy. We struggled for a bit. I think he cut me 2 or 3 more times, but I didn't even feel it. Finally, I worked the knife loose, and I must have stabbed that poor bastard 200 times. I made sure he wouldn't knock over as much of the lemonade stand when I was finished with him. So I go back to the dry cleaners. Blood all over everything, over me, the sack, which I find out was full of money and not laundry. They take me back to the old man's office. I tell him what happened. Told me I did good, to go home, forget about it. He'd take care of everything. 2 nights later, he calls me in. Tells me that, I'm the right kind of person for his organization and wants to know if maybe, I'd like to take on a little extra responsibility. I said, sure. I'm a kid. That's how I got into the life.
So you got in because you were willing to kill a man to protect the old man's money.
He gave me a reward for protecting the money. And he put me to work because I was good at it. But you gotta remember, the whole time I'm laying into that kid, I think it's over a sack of laundry.
Ask a question.
Yeah, and the quick answer is because I'm a monster. It's understandable because it's an easy out.
Gus, you just told me you're good at killing people. That's not exactly an admirable quality in today's society.
Hey, we're all who we are, Al. What we pretend to be, that doesn't matter for shit. People can look at a guy like me choosing to do what I do and call it bad. I know who I am. I know what I do. I know why I do it, and I don't make any excuses. That's being honest. See, I don't pretend to be any more or any less than the choices I've made. I don't expect anybody to look at it any other way. When it catches up with me, I'll pay the price. That makes me about as responsible a citizen as you could ask for. Oh, shit. Hello, Vinny? Yeah, it's Gus. Hey, can you do me a favor and take care of my 3 o'clock for me? Yeah, I'm still in New York. It's a long story, but I haven't finished up yet. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be back, but I'm not, okay? So can you handle that for me? Yeah. Book's in the usual place. I'll settle up with you when I get back, okay? Okay. Thanks, Ben. I'll talk to you later. This bullshit just cost me $3,000.
That was Vinny?
Yeah, it was Vinny.
How's he doing?
It's good.
Always liked Vinny. Reliable guy.
Yeah, he gets it done.
So, your 3 o'clock another hit?
Nah, it's just a warning. Bartender at this joint, he gets off at 3.
So Vinny's gonna help you out and beat up a guy you can't beat up because you're stuck here with me. Because we're waiting for a phone call for you to decide whether or not to kill me?
Yeah, that about covers it.
And people like you are an asset to society. Why? Because you practice work share?
Nah, nothing like that.
Why not? I think it's a great idea. Spread the load around a little bit. There's nothing worse than an overworked hitman. I mean, come on. You've got rights. You're an honest, hardworking American. You and Vinny could form a union. I can see it now. Button Man's Local 86. We aim to please.
I got that. 86. That was a good one. I like that. I wonder if another $100 give me a fresh fucking cup of coffee.
exchange.
Great. Now I can afford that big gumball I've been eyeing. P.S. Goodbye.
This hour of commercial-free radio is sponsored by Cayuga Lake Wine Country DVD. Buy it online at CayugaLakeWineCountry.com.
Officers.
Oh, shit. This is an interesting development.
About a tuna melt, fries, Diet Coke. Danny, you want anything?
Just slice of pie. What do you got?
Pineapple sour cream.
It's fine. And a coffee, black, fresh.
Yeah, man. It's fresh. I got 2 squatters over there sucking it down faster than I can make it.
$414-415 received, en route.
That could have been bad.
Conversation number 3. Darkest hearts beat strong in the city, baby.
Bet you $5 it doesn't stick.
Empty promises, a broken soul.
Dude, you can't do this. I've been here all night. Don't care if you're drunk. I don't care if you're stoned either. What kind of hepatitis is it?
Fucking coffee.
In my way, I keep on moving on a highway to Roppongi. Well, it's my way to keep on traveling on a highway to Roppongi. 'Cause every time I try to run away, something's always begging me to stay.
How you doing, honey?
You dudes are out of it.
Yeah. Waiting for the coffee to kick in. Alphie, you want more coffee?
No. Sick of going to the bathroom.
You know, at the point you dudes are at, caffeine might do you more harm than good. I mean, the effects of sleep deprivation on behavior have been tested and proven.
Saying caffeine's bad?
Yeah, for a lot of reasons.
What are you trying to tell us?
You dudes are out of it.
I don't want caffeine.
No, I think he's trying to say we're not thinking straight because we're tired.
I know we're tired. That's why we're waiting for the caffeine to kick in.
Look, caffeine serves as a stimulant. It increases your metabolism, raises your blood pressure and heart rate, and accelerates your breathing.
Sounds like sex. All this time I've been drinking coffee, I could have been having sex.
Coffee's cheaper.
And you can always make more when you run out.
I never met a cup of coffee that needed a shower or needed to be called back the next day.
Look, all I'm saying is at the point you dudes are at, caffeine might do you more harm than good. I mean, it might just make you more tired or even just pass out.
We gonna get more fucking coffee here or what?
The forecast for the greater Buffalo region. Partly cloudy today with a high of 46
Dude,
degrees.
the guy said it's a
Winds
breakfast
northeast
burrito, and breakfast
10 to 20
burritos don't have
miles per
sauce.
hour. Tomorrow, expect more of the same with a
Dude,
high
I'm
of
not gonna ask him if
55.
he's Mexican.
So what you reading?
Obituaries.
Decided to switch to the light stuff, huh?
Only part of this damn paper I haven't memorized.
Shit. Sun's gonna come up soon. Fucking call's never gonna come.
Maybe the plan was for us to die of old age.
Just never seen anything like this. Sitting here all fucking night. Now they're making eggs and sausage back there.
Yeah, I thought I smelled something cooling down too fast.
Yeah, joke it up, smart guy. But right now, I haven't had a thing to eat since lunch yesterday. That's like,
It's really hard to do with only one hand, huh?
Yeah, it's like a long fucking time to go without food. This coffee's eating a hole in my gut. Fuck it, I'm getting something.
Really?
Yeah, really.
What about your work ethic?
Look, it's nothing I promised the client, and even if I did, I don't think they'd mind.
She. Remember, it's a woman.
Then I don't think she'd mind, since I'm half tempted to cut you loose and go shoot her for the aggravation.
Now there's a thought.
Yo, waiter! Yo, metalhead! Come on, while we're young.
Dude, I'm tired of you treating me like a freak.
Don't lose some of the fixtures. Looks like somebody dragged you face first through a tackle box.
That's how I express myself.
You ever try talking to people? I mean, no offense, but if you're at all concerned about what people think about you, you have to say something pretty fucking stupid to top driving a spike through your face.
Do you want something or not?
Yeah. Get any steaks?
Salisbury steaks.
Oh, come on. That ain't real steak.
Well, considering I'm a vegetarian, I'm not up on all the ways to consume a slaughtered animal.
Well, then take my word for it. Salisbury steak is just meatloaf with an ego problem. It ain't real steak.
You might want to stick to finger foods.
Oh, yeah. Maybe some of them ravioli.
Fried ravioli?
Yeah. Should be able to swing those. Especially since I probably lost 10 pounds just sitting here.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm gonna plant one on that kid before I leave here, I swear.
Funny how that happens.
What?
How fast you can change your mind like that.
Come on, I haven't liked that kid since I came in here.
I'm talking about the food. After 16 hours of being hungry and watching me eat, how fast you can break one of your own rules and order something.
Well, look, tough circumstances call for tough decisions. I mean, I don't like eating when I'm working, but figure if I pass out, I'm not doing anybody any good.
You'd get an argument out of me on that one.
Look, your situation doesn't seem all that bad to me at this point, considering that broad who hired me hasn't pinned you after all this time or else got whacked herself.
What do we do then?
I'm supposed to let you live unless I hear otherwise. If I don't hear otherwise, I don't pull the trigger. It's that simple.
How is that simple?
Just is.
Why wasn't it that simple in Chicago?
Because you weren't in Chicago, you were here. That's why we're dipping our ravioli in spaghetti sauce instead of marinara.
I'm talking about 4 years ago. How could you give me a heads up back then, but now you're all business and nothing but? You had more reason to kill me back then. I had authority over you. Now I'm just a loser playing gopher for somebody else in another city. What are you, strapped for cash or something?
Nah, it's nothing like that.
You can't say no to a woman, is that it?
I just don't feel comfortable about this.
Why? What? How can you turn your back on a hit 4 years ago, but you're all ready to do it now?
I don't know you as well now. You're in the past, but back then, we were tight. You looked out for me. I pitied you.
You what?
Felt bad.
That's not what you said.
Doesn't matter.
What did you say, Gus? Stop playing with your fucking cup of coffee and look at me in the fucking eye and say it.
I pitied.
Pity.
Yeah, that's right, I pitied you. Come on. The guys are starting to make fun of you. The respect was gone. I mean, yeah, you were number 3, but you were soft. You were like one of those fucking mama's boys I was talking about. Always more concerned with feelings than doing something to take care of the situation. Every time you walked into a room, it was like somebody dumped a bucket of blood in a pool of sharks. And everybody else smelled it except for you. when the word on this contract came out. It wasn't sent to me specifically, it was an open contract. I gotta admit the money was tempting, but, you'd always been good to me. So I figured I'd give you a break and give you the heads up. So you left, just like I figured you would. And every day you've been breathing since is all on account of me. The contract's still out there, you know. I mean, anybody spots you in Chicago and pulls you in is 30 G's richer.
So you changed my life.
I didn't change your life. I saved it.
You didn't save my life. I loved my life in Chicago. I hate it here. Yeah, I'm still breathing. Yeah, I have a pulse. But my life in Chicago is gone. My place in the order of things is gone. You don't have to open up a man's chest or splatter his brains all over the wall to kill a guy, Gus.
So you were ruined either way. Is that what you're telling me? And here I thought I was doing you a favor, and you could have been better off, and I could have been 30 G's richer.
I'm just saying, not everything turns out the way it seems.
Yeah? Well, it's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
Well, I made a decision then. I made a decision now. Right or wrong, that's where we're at, and ain't nothing gonna change either. You know, it's sad to hear that things didn't work out for you, though, Alf. I mean, really, it is. I mean, all the ways I ever imagined things turn out for you. Never quite like this. Why in the hell won't that phone ring? I'm running out of things to do.
Niagara Falls.
Order some more pie.
What?
I saw them delivering some more. Maybe they got something you like.
Dudes, we got more pie.
What kind you got?
Judge here's union challenge to wage freeze.
Streusel cream peach.
Temperature in downtown Buffalo is really starting
Bring
to
us 2 slices.
creep toward 48 degrees under partly cloudy skies.
Put that shit down and stay behind the counter. Do it quiet. Register. Open it now.
Think he's stealing our pie?
Come on, let's go.
Hey there. You got something of mine.
That's so?
Yeah, there's $100 in there that's mine.
Yeah, right.
I gave it to pay my tab, but if the place ain't gonna get it, I want it back.
You don't want to fuck with me, buddy.
Oh no? Sorry about that.
Motherfucker. Fucking touch me again, and I'll shoot you.
No, you won't.
You don't think, huh?
I know it.
How can you be so fucking sure?
I control the situation here.
I got the gun.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, You want to see about that?
See, I know the look of a man who's willing to kill someone. You don't have that look. You don't have it in you. Come on, give me the bag. Come on, give me the bag. I'm not going to ask you again. Look at me. Look at me. Come on, look into my eyes. Is there any fucking doubt that I'll paint this floor with your brains? Well, is there? See, all I gotta do is squeeze and you're gone. Pull a gun on me and talk shit like you got a fucking clue what real power is. Real power isn't pulling a gun on something. Real power is knowing you got control over someone's life. Something you never had. Any fucking doubt? Is there? Come on. Can't hear you.
That's it now.
You want to live? What?
Yes, God.
Come on, then you gotta tell me that. You gotta say, I want to live.
I want to live.
See, I don't believe you. I think you want to die, don't you? Come on, then say it like you mean it.
I want to live. Fuck. Please. I want to live.
See, that's real power, you groveling piece of shit. But you'd never know it because you don't have the fucking balls to begin with. Now get up and get your shameful ass out of here, you coward. So get up now! Why won't you run? Okay, you guys, up here. You two. What driver's license is here on the table? No money or jewelry. Keep your shit. I just want your driver's licenses here on the table. You get the hell out of here. I know where you live now. Single cop comes in here before I leave, you two are dead. No fucking calls. Pull the plug on that phone. Anybody else comes in here, act like nothing happened. Got it?
You're frightening.
No, I'm sadistic. I'd only be frightening if I couldn't control it.
That was your idea of control?
He walked out of here, didn't he?
You're right, I'm wrong. You're not frightening. You're a fucking monster.
You know, it's supposed to be a short run. I was supposed to hop a plane, pin you down for a couple hours, do whatever I gotta do, and go back home. I should be back at my usual place right now, eating a garlic bagel, reading the Tribune on a full night's sleep.
It's ironic.
What?
The way things turn out. You know, you play scenarios out in your head. They never turn out the way you imagine. It's amazing to watch reality unfold over fantasy. It's nearly 7. It's almost over.
What are you talking about?
This, you and me. It's nearly over.
You know something I don't know?
As a matter of fact, I do. I know the hit was a lie.
What hit?
The hit on me.
This hit?
No, the hit you warned me about 4 years ago. I know it was a lie. There was no hit.
Yeah, there was. Think I'm lying? Go back and visit some of your friends.
I'm talking about the hit you warned me about, Gus, not the one you put on me after you shot your way up the food chain.
I think you need some rest, Al.
I know all about it, Gus. First, you tell me about a hit to get me out of Chicago.
And then you put out an open hit on me to keep me away. That was right before the bag of heroin mysteriously appeared in my glove box. You know, it's amazing what they find in a routine traffic stop. That doesn't smell at all routine, isn't it? And also the fact that a loser, even a one-time loser, can never get very far up the ladder. You ruined my life.
Yeah. Well, you were in the process of ruining mine. I just beat you to the punch. You know, that's the funny thing about drugs. There's that magical amount that's, you know, just enough to guarantee prison time, but not a lot of prison time. The fact that you never amount to a fucking thing after doing time on a drug rap is just a bonus. So tell me, are they letting you drive the boss around yet, or they still just having you wash the car and mop the floors?
I get to do a little more than that. Enough to pull some strings now and then, but nothing that'll ever matter much in the long run.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Did I ever tell you how I got into the life?
No.
It was right after my father died. My mother ran away with her new boyfriend and never came back. So I took off and got a place of my own, above a pizza joint. Got my first job there as well, grating cheese and cutting pepperoni. I would actually deliver food for them once in a while. It's funny the things you can learn if you're just willing to pay attention. Delivering food taught me the value of being a nobody. Most of the times we just drop off the bags, but every once in a while we'd have to set up for them while they were meeting. Here I am, sharp guy, teens, early 20s. Because they don't put a 2-cent value on me, they go on talking like I wasn't even there. After all, I'm just the food boy. What the hell do I know from anything? So one day I'm setting up their linguine and antipasta, and I realize they're talking about taking out the old man. He's not one of these new visionaries that sees the value of selling drugs to school kids or breaking 14-year-old runaways into whores. He's too old-fashioned, they say. I couldn't believe it. Not only were they talking about their boss, but mine as well. I mean, I'm setting up this man's food for them, and they're planning his funeral. It was like I didn't even exist.
So you ratted them out.
That's right. And since loyalty is almost as scarce in this business as intelligence, I found myself moving with all kinds of power. That's how I ended up in Chicago.
Yeah, where you continued being a rat.
You're a victim of yourself, Gus. You were a complete out-of-control fuck-up, and I wasn't about to let you ruin everything that I had worked for. There's nothing more dangerous than an idiot with a gun who can't control himself.
Yeah? Well, you were the one who putting us in jeopardy, bragging about how hot the old man's new wife was and how much he enjoyed banging her every chance you got. You know I had to whack a member of the family because of you? Yeah. Everybody thinks Nico got popped on a bad drop. But he was ready to blow the whistle on you. Because you got full of yourself one night, shooting off your mouth. And not only did you tell him that you were banging the old man's wife, but you told him that I knew about it too.
So what? Let the old man take me out.
You call me stupid? Come on, put it together. I knew about it. That's just as bad in the old man's eyes. He pulled my plug right after he got done pulling yours. Nico was gonna spill the whole fucking can of worms. I talked to him for over an hour. Pleaded with him. He just couldn't get his mind off the thrill of turning you over to the old man. Said the old man wouldn't ask who else knew, but I knew the old man. I knew he would. I knew Nico wouldn't be able to lie and get away with it. We were like brothers, me and him. He just hated you more than he loved me.
Really killed Nico?
That's right. And then I told you about the fake hit in Chicago to get your ass out of town because I am a professional and I do have scruples. I don't kill unless I absolutely have to. You maybe put a bullet behind my best friend's ear and I hated you for it. But hate's not strong enough to make me kill someone. Only money and survival are strong enough to make me do such a terrible fucking thing as killing another person. Yeah, I set you up with the drugs. I was so pissed at you, it ate a hole in my guts. I figured you were still breathing because of me. So if I saved your life, and I had to kill my best friend in the process, then I had the right to ruin it as well.
You just hold all the cards, don't you, guys?
Fucking A.
So you want to know what happened 10 days ago?
I'm all ears.
I'm waiting to drive the old man out to his country house, and he's talking on the phone. And see, I don't matter anymore. So it's just like when I was delivering food for his father. So I come in and sit down, and I hear him talking about how it's time to take out the Parker 8 group in Chicago. He's laying out the whole order in detail. It's like I don't even exist.
Parker 8. That's my fucking group.
That's right.
When was this supposed to happen?
Last night. Which is why you wouldn't be eating your bagel right now if you were in Chicago. You'd be dead.
Bullshit.
No, Gus, it's not.
No hit went down last night. Christ, I just talked to Vinny a couple hours ago.
That was a few hours ago. Vinny would be dead by now.
Bullshit.
Then call him if you don't believe me.
That don't mean shit. Some of these people sleep in. There's been a time change.
Call the number, they answer no matter what.
What the fuck's going on?
I told you.
Where are they?
They're dead.
You tell me what's going on now or I'm gonna kill you.
No, you won't.
Oh, really? How do you figure?
Because I control this situation.
You don't control shit.
I know you really are a man with a business ethic, which means you won't do anything to me until that phone rings.
It doesn't make you in control.
It does if I'm the one making the call. And I've been making the call all night long.
Oh, yeah? Well, that changes as of now.
You can't shoot me. If you do, you'll lose something more important than your business ethic.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
All the other things the old man said while I was sitting there, about how they'd finish the job if anyone was missed. Which, by the way, you'd be at the top of that list now, seeing as how the mop-up was at 6 o'clock Chicago time. So go ahead and shoot me. It'll be the last thing you ever do. You're retired.
So you set this all up?
I heard the old man talking, saw an opportunity, put some money together, and had Brenda make the call.
Brenda? That bitch from earlier?
That's right. She's been worried about this since I set it up. We made up that story about her sister just in case. It's an awfully icky subject, but it seemed to work pretty well to keep you off guard and amused. Like you said, Gus, there are no coincidences in our line of work.
You know, I think you're full of shit. I think your whole little story's a mindfuck. You're just trying to get me out of here.
You're entitled to think what you want.
You do realize you're never going to see the outside of this place ever again, don't you? I mean, you can sit there and pretend to have all this information about my fate all you want. But at this point, I just don't give a flying fuck about any of it. But one thing I'd like to know is why? Why put up 25 large and spend all this time and energy to pull something like this off? Why not just let the old man pull my plug along with everybody else's?
Because then you wouldn't know what it was like.
Well, what was like?
Having your life ruined, and then being played on top of it.
Played? You didn't play me.
You're sitting here, aren't you? You go back to Chicago, you won't last 2 days with the old man's hit on the table and all the noise they're making out about you. But I got you out of there just in time. I even got you to bring me a plane ticket to boot. I hear Phoenix is really nice this time of the year. You probably didn't plan it ahead as well as me, though, did you? I mean, sure, you've got your return ticket, but Chicago being an unhealthy destination for you and all ain't gonna do you much good. I bet you don't even have much money on you, do you? It's all back there in Chicago, and not in banks where you can get at it. The places you got it hidden are now swimming with cops. But not to worry, Gus. The other half of your money for this job,
is taped to the bottom of the table. This is payback, Gus. You've been played start to finish. Start to finish. And now your karma's coming down on you full circle like a fucking vulture.
Yeah? Well, so's yours. Goodbye, Alphie.
You really think I'm that stupid, don't you?
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. You know, all the talk about the old man taking more and more away without me noticing? All those other little tells, all those other little signs these last few weeks? Having me pegged for stupid was actually the stupidest fucking thing you've ever done.
Think so?
Even an idiot can add 2 and 2 together, Alf. Only now I suspect this ain't looking so smart from where you're sitting. Seeing as you've already unzipped your fly and I'm still holding the gun.
Gus.
Do you really think I'd go through all this without having a plan for a way out of it?
Alphie, you really think Vinny's still in Chicago? You remember Vinny, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Funny how things work out, ain't it?
Not really.
I disagree. I think it's a fucking riot. All that smart shit you think you'd be pulling, all those people in and out of here looking after you. You think you got everything covered, but you got nothing covered, my friend. Because I control the situation. See, I always control the situation. You want to think I'm a dummy? That's fine. You go to hell knowing that's the last thought you're ever gonna have.
Different thought, Gus. Amuse me. Think of it as a last request. Just a simple question, really.
What?
What I asked you earlier. What's a life worth? You put 30 grand on mine 4 years ago, and you were willing to do this job for 50,000. So I know where I rank. What number would you put on yourself? How much is your life worth, Gus?
Don't know.
I do. It's more than a Big Mac, but it's a lot less than mine. What was that number, Vinny?
About 25 grand. But like you said, you're worth more.
Here, we better get out of here. This should cover the rest.
Dude, we're gonna need the mop.
What would you recommend for a late night pick-me-up?
A cab. Weren't you paying attention?
How do you get to Niagara Falls?
You go up to Canada, you take a left.
Coffee to go, man?
Will you take me with it?
Can I get a veggie burger?
Do you want bacon with that?
Hey, do you have the time?
For what?
I have another 2 minutes.
Dude, I told you I'm not gonna ask if he's Mexican.
You know, you have a bad attitude.
Okay. Buy this place and fire me.
Do you have a kids menu?
Dude, we're still working on the grown-ups menu.
Have you ever thought of being an actor?
Oh, that's funny.
What do you have that's low carb?
Water.
Does that thing hurt?
What, my nose? Does your face hurt you?
So, who's your favorite director?
There's this guy in a Yankees cap. He's bitching.
What do you have that's...
I'm just talking to myself. Talking, yeah, talking to myself. Talking, oh, can you hear me now? Talking, I'm just talking to myself. That's right. If I was to hide, put it on the shelf. I'm just talking to myself. Can I rise above? Or can I walk away? Put it on the shelf. I'm just talking to myself.
Yo, can I get an application? Dude, you totally wouldn't fit in here. Asshole.